Alright, hello, it is me, back with the video. I'm starting this in the car like this, so I'm not holding anything, I'm hands on the wheel or whatever. But I wanted to do this like this because I'm running short on time, and I'm not going to have time to do this later on tonight, and this is going to be a short video anyway, so I might as well just start it right now. Yeah. Oops. Dancing with the Stars, season 24, the finale, was last night. And, I don't really have to go much into it because there really wasn't much. I'll just go some of my highlights. I didn't pay attention to all of it. But some of my highlights before we get to the winners, the winners, because it's a couple, of course. Brandon in the troupe, there was this one number, I think was the opening number, that he was getting it. And I don't know if you all know this, but Brandon's been one of my favorite dancers ever, that I've ever seen, ever since I saw him on the little Dancing with the Stars little kids competition thing, and I think it was season 7. After I saw him and Brittany Cherry, who is part of the troupe right now as well, do that, and their paso doble, that final paso doble that I was like truly amazed by. I think that was the thing that really, really, really got me super interested into dance, because I'd always been interested and the show was always interesting, but that one dance, that was the dance that I thought in my mind, because I'm not that much older than Brandon, but in my mind, that was the dance where I was like, wow, like that was incredible, and like I could do something like that. I can't, but that's a kid who just did that. Like, dance is something that everybody can do. So I've really liked him for a long time. So he was amazing throughout the whole show, and I really hope that he gets a chance to be a pro before the show is canceled, because I think he'll be good, a very good pro. And yeah, so there's that. Sharo played her guitar, a flamenco song and Keo and Whitney danced. That was amazing. Nice to see Simone dance that contemporary again. I really loved that piece. It was also really nice to see Nancy back and dancing that samba. That's one of my favorite dances of the season. That samba and not Normani, but Simone's contemporary are two of my favorite dances of the season. So it was nice to see them both back, and it was sad to see him back because I wish Simone had been in the finals, and I wish Nancy could have gone at least 2 more weeks before she was eliminated. But yeah, what else did we have? Whitney's piece that she choreographed was really good. It was really, really good. Who else was there? Am I missing anything that I was truly wanted to see or talk about? Mr. T's whole PSA was cute. No. Chris and what's her face, Erica, didn't dance. Nick and Bonner, okay, whatever. Is that it for what Nicole and whoever that dude was who's also going to be in Dirty Dancing tonight. I will not be watching it because I've heard it's terrible, and it's mostly terrible because of Abigail Breslin, who they chose to play Baby. But that number was good. It was nice to see Nicole back in the ballroom. Haven't seen her in quite some time. Actually, I don't think she's really stepped foot in there since she won season 10. So it was really nice to see her performing there again. It was really nice. Anything else that I'm missing? No. Pro numbers? No. I think that's it in terms of just what I really wanted to talk about. So now, let me go ahead and just get into what I'm really here to talk about. I didn't really watch the fusion dances, although Normani got a perfect score, David got a 36, and Rashad got a 39. I thought it was very odd because I'm an hour behind everybody when I watch Dancing with the Stars. So like when everybody was talking about it, I thought it was very odd that they decided David's score made sense because he got a 36, and you know they probably didn't want him to get higher than third place. It didn't happen. Normani got a perfect score. I didn't. Whew. Oh my gosh, that was a B. Okay. Normani got a perfect score. I didn't watch it, so I'm not sure if she deserved it or not. And Rashad, I watched his, and he got a 39. And Lynn, who never, ever, like, gives anybody any real critique, like, he'll tell them like what was wrong with the dance, but it's not like a critique that, hey, work on this for next week, or really goes in on them for it. But he really did last night for Rashad, and I was like, that's weird. You know, he's never done this before where he's like going in on a certain celebrity on the very last dance, like they're going to be back next week to work on that because the show ends tonight. So it was very odd. Carrie Ann's comment was odd too, but that's just Carrie Ann. But honestly, for the whole show, I was trying to figure out who was going to win, because typically about 30 to 45 minutes into the show, I can tell who's going to win. And then when the East Coast figures out who the winner is, I always am like, they won, and then I continue watching from there or whatever. I'm like, okay. And seeing signs. This time around, I didn't see any of those signs. There was a mixed messages. I was seeing things that were saying, oh yeah, Rashad's gonna win, but then I was also seeing things that, oh, Normani's gonna win. So I was just kind of really trying to figure out, you know, what was going on. And maybe this was the way that it was for season 12's finale show. I'm not sure, because that was the day of my high school graduation. No, my high school graduation was the performance show. I don't know what I was doing that night, but I think I was doing something, and I couldn't really watch all that much, even though I knew who won. But this whole season, at least this finale, really reminded me of season 12. When Chelsea got third and Hines got first and Kirsty got second. But yeah, we ended up with the results. They're like, okay, so One Republic came out and they did their little song, and then we got the montage of all three couples, and then they're like, in third place was, and you know, it took a long time. Oh, hold on, I didn't finish my thought. Julianne's comment to Rashad kind of tipped me off to be like, okay, well, I'm thinking it's Rashad that's gonna win, because she compared him and Emma's partnership to her and Apollo's, and she won with Apollo, so there we go. But yeah, in third place was Normani and Val, and a lot of people were shocked, a lot of people were upset, a lot of people were mad. I've been telling people for so long that the way that the show was treating Normani, the way that the judges were going over the top to praise her, the fact that she was not getting critiques for anything, that was showing me, because I've watched this show for so long and that doesn't happen, all that shows me is that she just was not getting the votes and they wanted her in the finale. That's all that showed me. And when we got to it, you know, David needed like 20,000 votes more than Normani per million cast or whatever it was in order to beat her. And he got that number. So all that says to me is that Normani has been struggling with the votes since, I'm going to say, about week 5, because that's when they really started the whole just Normani is the best thing that's ever happened, she's best dancer, there's nothing wrong with her, she's done nothing wrong, everything has been amazing, all this stuff. And while she was great, she wasn't perfect, and she did have a lot of issues. And as this Monday night and last week, we saw a lot of those issues because she had to have content in these ballroom dances, and we saw a lot of her weaknesses. So honestly, I wasn't surprised that she got third place. When I thought about it, I was initially shocked because I thought people had kind of bought into the Normani is better than everybody, she needs to win. But honestly, the viewers weren't having it, and so it just shows to me that she just wasn't popular with the viewers. And you need the general audience on your side in order to win. She didn't have that. David and Rashad did. That's why they got second and third. But in the end, David got second place. David and Lindsay's highest finish ever. She did an amazing job this season, bringing David from not being a good dancer to being actually a pretty decent dancer, and getting to second place in a season full of ringers and a bunch of women who should have, in theory, should have beaten him. Although I was pretty sure that he was going to get third place at least after the first dance. Rashad got one. Rashad and Emma, I'm so proud of her. I'm so happy for Emma. You know, she hasn't had the best of luck. As a pro on this show, you know, she's been shafted, had terrible partners after terrible partner after terrible partner. The few partners she had that had potential weren't going to go all the way because they had... How many partners did she have? She only had one that had the potential to go, who had the potential to be a good dancer, but he just didn't have the fan base. That was Hayes. And then and then she was like, they just decided to not make her a pro one season. So, you know, Emma has really had a tough journey as a pro on this show. So for her to get somebody like Rashad, who was a gem, who was the best, in my opinion, the best football player to ever be on the show, both just in terms of personality, technique, performance, all of that. He's just like, just everything that you could ever ask for in a partner. And she got him, and she did not let that opportunity pass from her or get away from her. She really understood exactly who she had, understood that this may be her only shot at winning, and decided to really just go all out. And it paid off. And you know, she really grew I saw her growing as a pro, and just honestly is one of my favorite partnerships on Dancing with the Stars, just because of how learning that Rashad has never really won anything, and, you know, knowing his situation, trying to get picked up by an NFL team this season, probably not going to happen because he's 32 or about to be 31, 32, and, you know, that just doesn't happen. The likelihood of that happening is very low. And, you know, her not getting good partners, and him just not winning in things, and then him having a learning disability, and the stuff he went through with his parents and his father, and just all of that really just was, it's a lot for a person to deal with. And I think that they were able to really just you know, just become good friends. And she was able to kind of, I don't know, just, there was magic that happened with that partnership, and it's one of my favorite partnerships of all time. It was just amazing to watch, and I was so happy for them when I saw them win. Just the joy in their eyes, the shock, the absolute, like, I can't believe this is happening to us right now. It was amazing to see, and I was just so happy to see them happy, and happy to see that David and Lindsay were so happy for them. And it was just such a good moment, and it was a nice way to end an otherwise awful season. But, you know, it was really, really nice to see that. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do in terms of Dancing with the Stars next season. I'll figure that out in the next 3 months or whatever. But yeah, that's it for season 24. I will be probably making videos about World of Dance starting next week, so not going anywhere. I'll be right back here next Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on when I decide to make the video. Until then, have a nice, I don't know, week, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.